Welcome back to the Deep Dive, where we take the source material you send us, the books, the articles, the research,
Yeah.
and we give you the strategic shortcuts.
And today we are diving into a problem that, it just suffocates so many promising businesses. It's the traffic black hole.
Oh, it's the worst. It's the cruelest cycle, right? You do everything you're supposed to. You build the perfect landing page, you craft this amazing offer, you set up all the email.
Hours and hours of work. You think you've built the perfect conversion machine, and then you launch, and you wait.
And it's just crickets. And your first thought is always, my offer is wrong.
You know?
You start to panic, you change the headline, you drop the price.
When the reality is much, much simpler. You've built a beautiful store in the middle of a desert. Nobody knows how to find you. The problem isn't conversion. It's just exposure.
Exactly. And that frustration is really the starting point for the whole system we're talking about today, from Russell Brunson's book, Traffic Secrets.
Right. And his whole idea, the central premise, is that most of us approach digital marketing completely backwards.
How do you mean?
Well, we're always chasing the new thing. You know, the latest Facebook ad hack, the new TikTok algorithm, whatever the SEO trick of the week is.
Yeah.
We're focused on the mechanics of the platform.
We're chasing the ball.
We're chasing the ball. And Brunson just flips that question completely. He says, instead of asking, how does this platform work? You should be asking, where are my dream customers already spending their time?
What they already watching? What are they already listening to?
It's a huge paradigm shift. Because if you stop trying to build an audience from zero, which can take years, and instead you just tap into communities that are already there, you shortcut the entire process.
So the goal isn't to chase random traffic. It's to systematically infiltrate these existing engaged congregations.
That's the word, infiltrate.
I like that. But let's be really clear here. This is not just about getting more clicks because clicks are cheap. This is about quality, right?
Oh, absolutely. This whole system is built on conversion rate and customer lifetime value. Random traffic, you have to filter it all. But strategic traffic that comes from a source they already trust.
It comes pre-warmed.
It comes pre-warmed, pre-qualified. They convert better, they stay longer. That focus on quality is what drives the whole thing.
Okay, so let's unpack this. We've synthesized 5 core principles from the book that really form this complete system. And it all starts with the most important step, finding those congregations.
Right. The foundation of everything is Principle 1, the Dream 100.
And this is basically the move away from that spray and pray approach that just drains your bank account.
Yeah, exactly. The idea is simple. Instead of, shouting into the void, you create a laser-focused list, a list of 100 people or places that already have your dream customers' attention.
So we're talking about specific podcasts, specific YouTube channels, email lists.
Even niche forums or publications, the places they already go for information and entertainment.
Okay, but let's pause on that number. Is it really 100? Or is that more of a concept?
It's a concept, but having a number forces you to be specific. If your dream customer is, say, a freelance graphic designer, you're not just listing art blogs.
Right.
You're listing the 20 podcasts they listen to on their commute, the 25 YouTube channels that teach new software tricks, the Facebook groups where they complain about clients. It forces you to get granular.
And the why behind this is just, it's so powerful. Why spend years trying to build an audience from scratch, competing with everyone?
When you can get on one podcast with 10,000 listeners and get more targeted reach in 30 minutes than you could in a whole year of posting on your own, it's a shortcut.
Okay, let me play devil's advocate here. If I list the top 100 in my space, aren't they just completely saturated? Everyone's pitching them. Am I just another cold email in a flooded inbox?
That is a fantastic question. And it's where the strategy gets smart. First, the Dream 100 isn't just the biggest names, it's the niche, super engaged ones too, the smaller players.
That are overlooked.
Exactly. And second, the other 4 principles are designed to make sure you never send a cold pitch. You either earn your way in or you buy your way in. We'll get to that.
Got it. So let's say you teach a productivity system for writers. Your Dream 100 would be, what, writing forums, specific author YouTube channels?
Maybe newsletters about the publishing industry. Your whole marketing plan then becomes, how do I build relationships with the owners of these 25 platforms? Not, how do I rank on Google?
It changes the entire game. So once you know where they are, the next question is, what do you actually say to them that makes them want to follow you?
Exactly. Which brings us right to Principle 2, hook, story, offer.
Okay, so you found the Dream 100. How do you structure a message that actually works, that takes their audience and makes them your audience?
This 3-part pattern is, it's non-negotiable. And it has to be in this order, whether it's an ad, an interview, or a social media post.
It starts with the hook.
Hmm.
And the hook's only job is to stop the scroll, to interrupt their pattern and create curiosity.
That's it. It might be a controversial statement, something vulnerable, a shocking statistic. Its only job is to buy you 10 more seconds of their time.
And then you immediately go into the story.
Yes. The story is where the connection happens. You share an experience, a personal struggle, a lesson. You're building empathy. You're explaining why you even care about this topic.
I think we need to double click on that for a second, the story.
Hmm.
Because this is where I see most people fail. They just give you a list of facts. Here are 5 tips.
Right. And we scroll right past it. Because humans make decisions with emotion and then we justify them with logic later. A list of facts doesn't create emotion.
But a story does.
A story does. If you start with, I was about to close my business, I was sitting in my car trying to figure out how to tell my wife, that creates an instant connection. You go from being a seller to a guide who's been through it.
That is so powerful.
Yeah.
So the hook grabs their attention, the story builds that trust and connection, and only then do you have permission to make the offer.
And you have to be so clear. This is not the time to be vague. Don't say, check out my website. No. Say, I've created a free 20-minute training that breaks down this exact system. Click the link in my bio to get it right now. Attention, connection, action.
Let's use an example. A business coach. The failure post is, what, 5 ways to improve your sales?
Boring. Total scroll past. The hook, story, offer version is totally different. The hook is, I used to work 80-hour months and my business was still failing.
Okay, I'm listening.
The story. I was burning out, my marriage was struggling, and then a mentor asked me one question that changed everything. And then the offer. I've turned the answer to that question into a free training. The link is in my bio. Same information, totally different package.
It's about harnessing narrative to bridge that trust gap. Okay, so now we have the perfect message. We still need to get access. The Dream 100 is still just a list.
And that's where we get into the actual infiltration. We know where they are, we know what to say. Now, how do we do it? Principles 3 and 4. The earned way and the paid way.
Okay, let's start with principle 3, which is work your way in. This is all about relationship capital.
Yes. You can't just send a cold email to the biggest influencer in your space and expect them to care. You have to provide value first. For months, maybe even months.
You have to become a familiar face, a genuine supporter. You're commenting, you're sharing their stuff, you're buying their products.
Why? Why do you have to do all that?
Because of reciprocity, right?
Well,
That platform owner is drowning in generic requests. But if your name keeps popping up as someone who's genuinely engaged in their community,
you're not a stranger anymore. You're not a solicitor. You're an enthusiast, maybe even a customer. The entire dynamic changes. They feel psychologically like they should at least hear you out.
it just totally changes the frame of the ask. So the failure pitch is that generic email we all delete.
Right. The success sequence is patient. Month 1, you subscribe to their newsletter, you review their podcast. Month 2, you reply to an email with a specific helpful insight. Month 3, you buy their course and you share your results.
And then, only then, in month 4, you make the ask.
And it's not even an ask, it's an offer. I just used your system to get this amazing result. I documented the whole thing. I think a case study would be hugely valuable for your audience. Would you be open to it? You're offering them content, not asking for a favor.
That's a huge mindset shift. But that takes time, and sometimes you need traffic faster. Which brings us to principle 4, buy your way in.
And this is where most people waste so much money. They use paid ads, but they use them all wrong.
They're running broad Facebook ads to anyone interested in fitness.
Exactly. Buying your way in means running ads on the podcasts from your Dream 100 list, sponsoring the newsletters they read, targeting the followers of the influencers they trust.
The psychological trick here is trust inheritance.
That's a perfect way to put it. If your ad shows up inside a podcast they already love and trust, some of that trust it rubs off on you. It's an instant credibility boost.
So if you sell, I don't know, a high-end coffee subscription, running a Google ad is broad. But sponsoring the top 3 foodie podcasts, that's precision.
And that's why the conversion rates are so much higher. Sometimes 5, 10 times higher. You're not interrupting their entertainment. You are part of their trusted content stream.
Okay, that makes the distinction so clear. But there's still a problem. Both of these methods, earning and buying, still leave you dependent on someone else.
The podcast host, the platform, the ad algorithm.
The ultimate goal has to be independence.
Which brings us to the final and maybe most important step, principle 5, fill your own distribution.
This is about building assets that you own, that you control. The big one is your email list, but it's also your own YouTube channel, your own community.
I think we all know someone who got wiped out by an algorithm change. Facebook reach disappears overnight. A Google update kills your traffic. If you build your business on rented land,
The landlord can change the rules at any time. Your security is at risk.
owned assets are your insurance policy. My email list. I can reach them whenever I want for free, and I know they'll get the message. It's not just security, it's that it compounds over time.
And this is where the whole strategy comes full circle. You use the success from infiltrating other people's audiences.
To build your own.
Exactly. So you get that guest spot on the big podcast. You can't just say, check out my website. That's a huge wasted opportunity.
A total waste. Instead, you create a specific offer to funnel them into your world. You say, everything I talked about today, I've put it into a free one-page checklist. Just go to mywebsite.com/checklist and put in your email.
Boom. You just took an audience from a trusted source and moved them onto your own email list. Now you have permission to talk to them forever.
You use the external audience to feed your internal asset. That's how you go from renting attention to owning it. And eventually you become someone else's Dream 100.
That compounding effect is everything. The businesses that do this find that traffic just gets easier over time. It gets cheaper, more reliable.
It's the difference between constantly hustling and building something sustainable. It's a real system.
So if you remember just one thing from this entire deep dive, let it be this. Your dream customers are already gathered somewhere. They're already paying attention. Stop trying to build an audience from scratch.
Start using a system to infiltrate the audiences that already exist. Traffic isn't luck, it's a strategy.
You now have the 5 pillars: the Dream 100, the hook, story, offer message, the 2 ways to get in earning and buying, and the end goal of filling your own assets.
This knowledge gives you a massive advantage over everyone who's still just chasing the algorithm of the day.
So we want you to act on this right now. This isn't just something to think about. Here is your mission for the next 24 hours.
Step 1. Open a new document right now. Title it My Dream 100 Project.
Step 2, set a timer for 10 minutes and just brainstorm every single place your dream customer hangs out online. Podcasts, Facebook groups, YouTube, newsletters, forums. Push for at least 30 names.
Step 3. Look at that list and circle the top 3 to 5, the absolute best fit, highest quality audiences. Then pick just one of them, the one you feel you could genuinely support.
And step 4, tomorrow. Not today, tomorrow. Spend 5 focused minutes engaging with that one platform. Leave a thoughtful comment. Share their content. Start building that tiny piece of relationship capital. That single disciplined step is where sustainable growth begins.
Go do the work. We'll see you on the next deep dive.